guys. This is Jay. Welcome back. Just want to say happy October and happy tropical Christmas, which is the theme of this month's paper pad of the month. As usual, you have two pads, and I like that this trend is continuing. Both of these mix and match really well together because the color palettes are very similar. So you have Sweet Winter, which has more of a, hot cocoa candy sort of vibe, treats and whatnot. And it has this piece of pattern paper, which is the one we're going to be using today. Just a really nice kind of winter background. And then it starts repeating. And then, as you may have guessed from our fun ephemera, the Tropical Christmas has a bunch of flamingos. Both of these are very pink and white kind of color palettes, and with some light blue pulled in. So you'll see that in some of the choices that I made here today. And then here's the ephemera, which we're definitely going to use a lot of. And here is my favorite die that Jamie sells, I think, which is the Cat Scrappiness box card die. It comes with two pieces. It comes with the main back piece, which if you saw my video last month talking about bridge cards, this is essentially the same thing, only with a nice stitch detail, and the die cuts it out for you. Compared to the bridge card, there is no like front piece here, so these sides are just going to fold up, and then this die will cut three different bridge pieces that have glue tabs built in. So that is that. Also, for this particular theme, something like these stitch hills might work nicely. I just went with the standard ones, but there is a lot of room for embellishment and changing things up. So, as I mentioned, I cut the bridge pieces out of this particular pattern paper. And I don't know if it's picking up in the light, but I also used a little bit of the Nuvo icicle paste on this just to give it a more snowy kind of look. Pretty much any gloss product would give you the same thing, or you could use a mica spray. Um, I've been doing a lot of experimenting with mica sprays recently. This is last month's paper that I just used one of the last year's Tim Holtz mica sprays on, and this would also work really well here. So there's a lot of options for what you can do if you want to make this just a little bit more sparkly. And that's basically all we're doing. And if you're not into that, you can certainly use this as is. So I cut the main piece out of this sort of light blue color. I thought that would work well because a lot of the ephemera is going more in a blue and pink direction. And then here are the three pieces that I have sort of folded back already. And the one thing with this die I've noticed is if you're using all three bridge pieces, once they're stacked up, the last bridge piece is going to be right on the edge here, um, which is sort of how it's designed. I also find that putting this together in layers is a lot easier. So the first thing I want to do is kind of look at our ephemera and think about what direction we want to go with this. And I was really liking these palm trees as part of the background. With these bridge pieces, you can glue either to the front or the back. I kind of like these sort of glued to the front here. And I'm thinking we might use the sleigh and a flamingo, some flamingos in the middle. So when these stack up, you'd see a little bit of the trunk. So I don't think we're going to need to glue anything to this back piece, although you certainly could. If you had a stencil like a snowflake stencil, that would look really nice here too. But I think all that we're going to do is stamp out a sentiment. And what I tend to like to do is sort of dry fit some of this stuff to basically say, well, we're not going to have a ton of clearance. So pretty much we want our sentiment to go at the top in the middle. Although the other option we can do is we could just stamp it directly. I grabbed the I'm Wild About You, if I have this right side up and right way around. Actually, you can see that pretty well. This is from I want to say it's called Cozy Critters. It's last January's stamp set of the month, and I picked it up pretty recently. Cozy Forest Friends is the real name. Um, and I really like the sort of stitched look of and sketched look. I mean, it has a very like I don't know, sort of a sweater weather vibe for me. So I picked it up because I thought that would look neat. So option one is that we could just put the sentiment on the back of the card. But I'm thinking, now that we're kind of workshopping this together, it would look really cool here. That worked perfectly. So that's how that looks. See, I think if we then bring in the pink here, I think that would be really cool because I think a lot of the other elements are going to be pink. So whilst this dries, let's talk about gluing things together. Um, the other thing I've done in the past is you can ink edge this a little bit. Actually, let's do that because it looks really, I just refilled my glue, so I think this will look pretty freaking cool. We will just use some scrap over here. Here we go. Just had an unfortunate accident with the chair. So now it is promoted to working as mostly just see how saturated that is. So I am gonna drop off a little bit and I'm just gonna go around the edge just to give a little extra color. Um, these edges will be seen, so I'll probably pull it down a little bit in here. It's not going to be as obvious once the bridge pieces are in, but I think it's always nice to kind of continue the idea. But it depends on you, really. You could also do it on the back as well, although I don't think we need to do that today. I tend to leave the back sort of plain just because it's a nice place to write things once the whole card is assembled. So let us just get the first bridge piece on. And what you want to do is put a little bit of glue on the glue tab, and you really want to make sure that this is all the way down because there's not a lot of free space here. So using something like line co will be great. And one, two, three, and it's attached. You have the option here to either, if you want to be safe, what you would do is sort of wait to attach these. I tend to like to just attach them right away so that the card is a little more stable and it's easier for me to kind of understand what the whole thing's going to look like. But, it is really what you prefer. Then I will. There we go. And you really want to, and as long as these are straight, you should be good to go. This when this will fold flat for mailing, and then this will be the NA2 size. So what I tend to do is, once I get the glue tab attached, I like to burnish it a little bit, just to make sure that we have the flexibility here before we start decorating, which is kind of our next step. So going to just put a little glue on our first palm tree, and basically, as long as you don't glue the card together, you are doing great. If you work quickly, you can get the line coat off, or barely arts, or anything else. I mean, I feel like that's sort of the benefit for wet glue on a card like this, because you really have the ability to fix your mistakes quickly. Although, even if you did have something go more wrong than that, like it's paper, it's always nice when it comes together. So that I think we will actually use one of these guys instead to sort of counterbalance the sentiment. So I will just put some glue on the back here and probably put it about like here. And that is what our final card looks like if you were looking at it straight on. And then When it stands up like that, and then the whole thing can just sort of flatten out and fit in an envelope, and you can send it off wherever it needs to go in the world. So this is much like the bridge card, one of my favorites because you really get this really cool step look. But anyway, thanks for checking that out, and I hope you check out the paper and make one of these.